videos, it's purely for motivation and encouragement. We are talking about how to deal with pain, loss, and disappointment. And I know that this topic is hardly spoken about, and I was inspired to start speaking about it because we've all dealt with pain. We've all dealt with hurt and disappointment and loss. But I also feel like we don't have the real conversations about how to really deal, how to really manage pain. How do you manage pain? So when I had this conversation with my friend Zungis, I really wanted him to get in there and make you realize that at the end of the day, we all go through pain. There's a good way to manage pain, and there's an unhealthy way to manage pain. And I've been on both sides. As I grow up, I realized that pain is something to be dealt with. I've learned that you go through pain. You don't numb pain. You go through it. What has helped me is really having a personal relationship with God. What has helped me is to really sit down with myself and ask myself some tough questions. I hope that this video can encourage you to start seeking better ways to deal with pain, to deal with loss, to deal with disappointment, because there's one guarantee in life: we will face all of those. But we have all the power within us and all the support around us to manage it in a healthy way. May you be encouraged by this upcoming video. Cheers.
Hi everyone, my name is Amanda Masubu. Thank you so much for joining me today on today's message and broadcast. Today we're speaking about dealing with pain, dealing with hurts, and dealing with disappointments and loss. I hope that this message today may touch someone who really needs it, because at some point all of us have experienced pain in various ways. And today we're hoping that we can spread hope and love and encouragement to anyone who's facing pain and emotional hurts and disappointments and even spiritual pain. That's my hope today with this message. I'm joined by my wonderful friend, Mr. Zongizile, who's an inspirational speaker, as well as an author, published author at that, and a businessman. Welcome, Zongizile. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you so very much, Amanda. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's another day. It's another beautiful week. And today we're talking about hurt, pain, dealing with loss, dealing with disappointment. What do you feel about this topic? How do you feel about it? Please do shed light. Have you experienced any pain, any hurts in your past that you want to share about quickly? Feel free.
You know what? This topic relates and touches everyone, because pain is a universal thing. Every one of us experiences pain in one way or the other at some point in our lives. You will experience pain, either from loss or disappointment. All of us. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what you believe in, old or young, poor or rich, you will experience pain in your life. And most of us don't know how to deal with pain. We don't know how to handle pain. We have not been prepared to deal with pain. We are brought up to look forward to only pleasure. We are brought up to look forward to only nice times, but nobody ever tells us about the hard times, the difficult times, the painful times that are ahead. See, pain is part of life. There's no way about it. Pain is part of the journey of life. And we gotta get it right in our minds that I will experience pain. I will go through pain. Either because of loss. Some of us have lost loved ones during this difficult time of COVID-19. Some of us have lost loved ones because of floods happening in the Eastern Cape and in KZN. You know, some of us have lost loved ones during the Easter holiday in traffic and all that in our roads. You know, we've lost the people that we love. Some of us have lost our jobs. And with that, we've lost our livelihoods. We've lost security. You know?
Yeah.
We've lost our sense of worth because some of us, our worth is attached to our jobs. So if you lose your job, you feel like you've lost everything, that you've even lost yourself. Some people commit suicide after losing their jobs. You know, some have lost their loved ones in relationships. You know, so one way or the other, we experience loss. You know, and pain can come as a result of disappointment. You know, some of us are sitting down now and we are not where we thought we would be when we reach a certain age. That's where some people experience what we call midlife crisis, because they're not where they thought they would be when they reach a certain life, and they are disappointed. You know, you know, you are disappointed at life that you didn't get to experience or achieve all the things that you had hoped you achieve in life. So you are disappointed. You are heartbroken because your expectations have not been met. You know, you applied for that job. You thought you had all the skills and the qualifications, but instead they turned you down. You received a regret letter. A lot of people know that. Regret letters. I know that. Being told, I regret to inform you. There's nothing as heart-wrenching as receiving that. Somebody on the other hand telling you, I regret to inform you that we won't be able to take you. We took somebody else. You know, that makes you feel less. You know, so we have to understand that pain, whether through loss or disappointment, is part of life. Every one of us experiences it in one point or another in our lives. So that's where I want to start today, that you're not alone in this. If you think if you're going through a hard time, a difficult time, a painful time, never think that you're the only one who goes through it. We all experience it. We might be looking suited up, all made up, but behind all that, we are all going through something. We are all suffering some loss. We are all suffering some disappointment. So we are all suffering some pain. All this that you see on the outside is just a cover up, man. We are all going through something. So that's where I'd like us to start.
Absolutely. I so agree with you. You know, we are all going through something, and you know, you find yourself not, how can I put this? You find yourself not understanding how to deal with pain, because you know, we are taught, as you said, that we always have to be happy and bubbly and uppity, and you know, and you know, that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But I also find that it's also quite dangerous to act as if you're not going through pain when you're really going through it. For example, when you experience any loss or any kind of disappointment, it is important to go through the grieving process, or to go through, you know, just having, for example, a sad day or a sad moment where you reflect and you take in the emotions and you take in the experience and you reflect on, you know, the issue at hand, so that you're better able to deal with it. Because if we avoid certain issues and certain problems, they become bigger and larger, and you end up not dealing with issues, in a constructive way. And that can lead to, bad habits forming, or sometimes we can use pleasure to disguise real issues in life. For example, going through alcohol, or recreational activities, and or escaping. Some people escape by taking holidays. Some people use sexual intercourse as a way to escape issues. But it's actually very important that we find ways to deal with real issues in a real way that will be effective for us in the short term and in the long term. And that comes in with the therapy, that comes in with speaking, that comes in with dealing with the issues, and being able to be okay with yourself and with life, and the current state of affairs, until you move through that phase and, life is better again, I think we just need to get to a point where we understand that issues just need to be dealt with constructively for your health, for your mental well-being, you know what I mean? But we don't talk about this enough. So a lot of us are hurting, and we are hurting more than we need to hurt, because it's very difficult to deal with the issues of life sometimes, and we need all the help.
I like how those who came before us framed this, how they coined this, that you are going through pain. It's interesting how they chose the word you're going through. When you go through something, that means there is an entry point as well as an exit point. You're going through it. You understand? So you are not staying in it. You're going through it. So as much as you've entered this point, you're gonna exit it.
Yes.
A lot of people think when they're going through something, it actually means they're just gonna stay there. You going through it.
Yeah.
When coming to loss and disappointment, you are experiencing loss, experiencing disappointment. You're just experiencing it. It's not part of your life. You're just experiencing it. You're gonna get to the other side where you are no longer experiencing it. So the thing is, when you go through difficult times, it feels as though that it will never end. But the truth is, it will end. You're just going through it. So the trick is to hang in there until you get to the other side. Hang in there. And the other truth with pain is that it subsides. It doesn't matter how painful it feels right now. Pain subsides, and something else will replace it. Whatever you're going through, that situation is gonna change, and something else will replace it. Nothing in your life is permanent. Not even pain. I know you can remember in your shortest memory the last time you experienced pain. It felt as though it's the worst thing. But after a short moment, it subsides.
But what if it doesn't subside? What if it's ongoing? Like, how would you recommend someone, to go through it? Because the fact of the matter is, it's really difficult. Like, sometimes I've been through pain so bad that I wouldn't be able to even sleep. You know what I mean? I pray about it. But, and it's just like your mind keeps running and replaying things and recounting things. And, how does one begin to go through it and really, really be able to enjoy, not like live their life while going through the pain, but still live their life in a constructive way? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? Then you will have to look at pain in different dimensions or from different perspectives. There is the physical pain. That's an easy one. When you get a cut, what do? That's an easy one to deal with. You get a band-aid or you get a plaster. But if you have a wound on your flesh, that wound is going to heal. No matter how painful it is, because you've experienced this over and over, that at some point, this wound has got to heal. But it's just not going to heal by itself. You got to begin to take care of this wound. You got to apply some substance to this wound. You got to protect this wound. You got to clean this wound so that you help with the healing process. The wound by itself, it will heal, but you got to help the process. Now I want us to switch over to another form of pain that I believe most of us have a lesser understanding of it, and that is spiritual pain and emotional pain. Most of us don't know how to deal with it. The physical one is easy. You put on the plaster and the bandage. That's easy to recognize. But the spiritual one and the emotional one, that's the hardest one to identify. And a lot of people are struggling with that. They don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to deal with it. I want to underline the word to deal with it. You deal with pain. Pain is part of life. Nobody can escape pain. You will experience pain. You will.
Yeah.
So I want us to get it set in our mind that you will experience pain. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You cannot bribe your way out of pain. So then how do we manage this? The only way is to deal with it. To successfully manage it, you have to deal with pain. You need to learn how to deal with it. You got to come up with mechanisms. You got to come up with tactics to deal with it. And that is helping the healing process. Healing is a natural course of life. There is time to hurt, and then there's time to heal. So healing is a natural course of life. You will heal, but you almost have a choice to decide how long you stay in the pain. A lot of us do things that favor pain. We self-inflict the pain.